What is the deal with dating in 2024? We got a message from Aimee, who's kind of back on the dating scene, and she wrote us a message.
Yeah, she's a little confused. She's like, hey, guys, I'm recently divorced after a 5-year marriage. Finally ready to get back out there.
All right.
Can you tell me, is ghosting an understood thing everybody does now?
Oh.
I was casually talking to this guy I work with, and we made plans to meet up for drinks after work on Friday a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Friday rolled around. He didn't say anything to me, didn't even acknowledge I was there. Then after work, no text, no follow-up, no nothing, ghosted to my face.
Wow.
Later, I find out he was talking to another woman and apparently chose her. Great.
Oh, wow.
He wasn't the only one.
Okay.
I was chatting with someone I met on a dating app, and again, we were going to meet up for lunch. The day rolls around, and he's a no-show. Messages me after we were supposed to meet saying he didn't want to anymore, just didn't want to.
Okay.
I realize I've been out of the dating game for a while, but is ghosting an understood reality of dating in 2024, or am I just attracting one type of person? Thanks for your help.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yikes.
You know, here's the funny thing. My wife works with a bunch of Gen Zers, I guess. I'm not in that generation. Neither is she. However, works with a bunch of Gen Zers, and they talk about that all the time.
Really?
About
like that is happening a lot.
That, you know, don't worry about it. It's a thing.
That is so cowardly, though. I mean, isn't it, though?
Well, I mean, sure. Yeah, I guess.
That is just disappear.
Like, be like, you know what? I don't know if this is... I don't want to... Okay, bye.
Well, and again, it's like, I feel so bad for her because the first guy was a coworker. So she's got to deal with him being at work and then, like, being continuously ghosted by him, just being ignored. That's gotta hurt.
That is a special sting where, you know, I don't know what she does for a living, but, you know, apparently it's a place where, you know, they can interact, or they can be at work and not have interaction.
Too much interaction.
Yeah, I was going to say, too much interaction.
You know, and I'm all for, you know, I guess not wasting time, but just disappearing is going to suck any way you look at it. Just tell them, say, you know what, I feel like there's not really a connection there. And I don't want to waste our time. Either one of us.
Yeah. I mean,
just be honest.
I guess the other guy that she met on the dating app did that, but just late. Too late. Like
just after he let her like show up and sit there by herself. That's awful.
Right. He should have said that, you know, before the actual date, so she could have said, okay, no worries, no harm, no foul. I didn't do anything, didn't get made up. We're fine.
Yes, exactly. It's just,
you know, it's at times like this that sometimes I wish that either you or me were single and we could like experience, or at least talk about our own experience in the current dating world. Mm-hmm. You want to work on that?
No. Thank you, but no.
Okay.
I'm good.
I don't know if you've got a story or something that you want to add to Aimee, or a story that you have about being in that world that she's in right now. 502-795-1997. Would love to hear what you have to say coming up next. So we were just talking about Aimee, who messaged us and asked, is ghosting an understood thing everyone does now when dating? Because she's had a couple experiences back in the dating pool and it hasn't been super favorable for her, right?
Yeah, she's starting to get frustrated, and she's like, is this going to be what I'm going to face every single time I try to meet a guy out for a date?
Yeah, Lisa says ghosting is not something anyone understands, but is something most people do. Dating apps, just hookup apps. You're not likely to find your forever on an app, so stop looking for men at work or on apps. Just take your time. Dating life is brutal. All right.
Kim said, sadly, yes, it's gotten bad over the last couple of years. It's people who have lack of communication skills to deal with telling someone, hey, I'm just not that into you.
Yeah.
I'd rather someone was honest than ghosting, but unfortunately in this day of age of TikTok and swiping, people think the next best thing is a swipe away. And I say people, not just men, because I know women who do this too.
Yeah.
The right one will come along. Be patient. It's rough out here. Maybe Ben and Kelly can host a speed dating event in Louisville.
You know, we've
that was
chatted,
a thing for a while.
Well, we've chatted about something like that.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, so maybe we'll see what happens a little bit later on. Hey, Jackie, what's your take on this?
I think a lot of it has to do in that generation with parents coddling their kids and not, like, basically holding their hands through everything, and they've never had to be accountable for stuff, so they're just really inconsiderate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you in this world right now, Jackie, where you're trying to navigate finding a partner and the ghosting and all that?
Well, I mean, I'm single, I'm divorced, but no, I'm not dating.
Fortunately, I didn't have any sort of ghosting situations. But then again, and then there was like one guy I went out on a date with, and I was pretty sure. And at the end, I was just like, yeah. Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you. And that was kind of the way I ended it. And he knew, all right, we're not going out again.
Yeah.
Parents not making their kids accountable for things and like not wanting, like, everybody wins, and, you know, that generation where you don't want to hurt, you know, have to actually stand up and do something that is uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say,
it's
you
a common
learn
courtesy.
how to have uncomfortable conversations to go anywhere in life.
Or, I mean, even in this day and age, you can just text someone, hey, I'm not going to be able to show up, and I'm not really feeling a connection, but it was great to meet you.
Right.
And that you can text that, and it's so much easier than like having a phone conversation or saying it in person. But it's a common courtesy just to let them know I'm not going to be moving forward.
Definitely, because even if you text that and they respond, you can ghost them then.
Yes, then you can block them. Then you can block the number and be done. But you have said your piece.
Then you can ghost.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Jackie, thank you so much for calling us.
No problem. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, and then Danielle says, dating pool is very shallow and somebody peed in the pool.
Aw. Okay. Well,
Bless her heart. But Asia's rolling in with a little positivity. She said, you may have a lot of failed connections, but I am 2 years strong with my Tinder match.
there you go.
So it can happen. You
On
just
an
got to
app.
kind of
Right.
endure.
You just got to find it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, keep your head up. I know being thrust back into the dating pool after having seemingly solved it, it can be rough.
Yeah. It can be daunting. It can be a little, nerve-wracking and exhausting, but stick with it because hopefully you will eventually find the person you're supposed to be with.
All right.